Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. This is one of my very favorite games, but I've never played it on the channel before. I'm so extremely excited to start playing the sequel in October when it comes out. But in the meantime, I've had this game for years. I have all the expansion packs, and I've never really thoroughly gotten into building in the game, and I've never like gone through every single animal, and so I think this is a good challenge for me. And so I will introduce you to the zoo. This I've been building an entrance. I haven't started building any spaces for the animals yet. And the zoo is still not open, but I've built really what is my first major structure in the game, as well as this whole little entryway. So this is Gooseberry Grove Zoo. It's such a pretty game. I love it so much. So you can come right up here and go straight into the zoo. And there's the ticket booths and the entrance. If you come inside, there's a little kiosk. It's not the most exciting or fancy thing in here. I'll probably decorate it more later. There's a little gift shop. And then you can come over here and there's a bathroom, a little bit of decor. And then you can come straight in and there's this nice little hub. And because I'm going to go through largely alphabetical, maybe not exactly alphabetical, I think if there's animals that are enriched by having multiple species in their habitat, I will try to combine whenever possible. And then if I can fit a lot of, I'm going to go until this zoo is full, which may be unreasonable. We will see. But I will fill this zoo as far as I can. But a lot of the animals that start with A, like the aardvark and the addax and like the African water buffalo, they're all African animals. So to start off, I'm trying to theme the areas. Excuse me. I'm trying to theme the areas and go through, and we'll start in Africa. So again, we have a little eating area and some more facilities for like park management situations. And then I think right here we will build our first exhibit for our aardvarks. So I'm going to go through and try to get this a little bit flatter. I was already doing that, but I still don't think it's quite as flat as I want for this space. I've wanted to make content on Planet Zoo for years, and I just wasn't sure if it would perform very well, and so I haven't done it yet, but I would really much like to. And I'm still very I'm learning. And so I'm not professing to be a most masterful Planet Zoo player who can give you a lot of tips and tricks and such, but I would like to be. And so we can learn together. So I think I'm going to put a little barrier there for the guests. We're going to go with African plants. To go Africa, and let's go grassland. Or is there... No, okay. Let's get these little like African daisies in a nice little line as kind of a barrier. Oh, I don't want random rotation on. I learned about random rotation recently, and I I love it. I wish more games like The Sims and such had random rotations because it's just so nice to make things not consistently, like if you drop a bunch of the same tree or a bunch of the same bush, they all look like you just copied and pasted one, and that's not how nature works. And so I think it's quite lovely to have a little bit of variance. And if you do random rotation, it does it for you. And that's wonderful. Let's go into some construction, architecture walls. I want to see if there's some low walls, and we're going to keep on the African theme. Yeah, there's a low mud wall. What else do we have? Mud slope, mud wall top. The aardvark doesn't need anything too terribly tall, so I'll try to make a nice custom. I don't want it to snap though. Can I turn off the snapping? Auto stacking, align to water, highlight hidden. I don't want the grid. Like, I cannot put it in a group and then just keep going in a weird way. All the time I see people that are like, yeah, we're not gonna do these. We can do better. All the time I see people that are like, don't use the built-in barriers. Sometimes the built-in barriers aren't that bad. Maybe that's a hot take, but I don't mind the normal barriers as long as you're like using them semi-creatively, especially because sometimes they just work, you know? Sometimes the best tool in your arsenal is the tool that works. I want that snapping angle to not be ridiculous. Can we change the color on these? Oh. Sorry. Edit the barrier. Nope. Not red. Orange. A little lighter. Okay. And we're going to take them down because they don't need to be that tall. Yeah. Except over here will not be a viewing area, so we might make it a little taller. Full disclosure, I started making this zoo on another save, and I got kind of frustrated with it, but I think I learned a little bit in that time process. I wasn't necessarily frustrated, but I was definitely still learning about it. So I'm gonna make them a hard enclosure. Let's get a roof and a floor. That's a little excessive. That's a roof panel. We'll let them have this kind of back area. Let's get some walls. Dun, dun. There we go. I love how everything just snaps right in. It goes where you want it to. I say that as I mess up the snapping a little bit. It's okay though. I'll just let them go. And we'll get this nice door in here. I feel like that one's not snapped where I want it. There you go. Doom, 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 doom. Is there a column? I don't want position snap. Let's give them just little spaces. Little spaces to hide in. And then we're actually going to take the exhibit gate. We're going to put it right here. Except, again, it's still not exactly where I want it. But if we put it right there. I'll get that habitat gate in. There we go. I think it'll work. And then that is right next to this area where we were using the staff paths. We don't need the railing on the ground there, though. Planet Zoo's like settings are super important to use. Why does it hate me? Why does it hate me? Okay. Terrain modification failed. This area is primarily flat. Are we gonna need to move that to make it work? What if we move you? It just won't. When people say that Planet Zoo has terrible paths, this is what they mean. Like, for the record. You're like, oh, Planet Zoo's pathing isn't so bad. Yes, it is. We're just starting the exhibit. We're just starting. And so why isn't it counting it as being on the ground? What if we go back to the one that it put? Okay. Now we're gonna move that. And see if we can just connect off of that at all. Let's get this one going. I need less length. It won't go anywhere. Why? What if we move the whole object back a little further? What if we put it here? No. This is flat. What if I make go up? No. What am I go down? What if I turn? I've got tunneling on. I don't want railing on ground path. Why are you saying it's elevated? Why? Okay, look. We're gonna just delete all the barriers. All the barriers are gone now. Why is this burying it now? Turning off tunneling? That was the problem. Tunneling can't be on, and that's a problem. That was user error. Nope, just kidding. Align to grid. Okay, we're gonna move you back into place. There we go. And then we're gonna put the habitat gate down first because kill me now. Okay. The gate is in. We're gonna change this to be concrete in a second. Alright. We're just gonna ignore what already happened. I don't want that though, I want concrete. And I want to change the color of it. They can have this little hiding area in the back if they want to. See how fun and easy this is? No one ever has any trouble with it. It's okay. Let's change all of it to concrete, and let's change all of it to that color. Alright, and then we're gonna take all of it and make it low. It doesn't need to be tall. They're aardvarks. And probably meerkats, honestly. So I think they get along well. Meerkats I had in another zoo, though, and they were kind of problematic, but we'll see what we can do. Let's see. We want a tall thatching roof. Honestly, probably, yeah. Let's get rid of that piece. There we go. Let this be a little, like, double pitch moment. There we go. And then they have a nice little shelter. It's in theme and cute. Now we're gonna get closer into the fun part. I think, let's go. We're just doing a sandbox zoo here. So we're gonna start off with the aardvarks. We're gonna see what they like. So we have that shelter for them already. Let's go inside of it. And we're gonna put down some bedding. Not that, that doesn't need to be that big. Maybe some hay. Then the keepers can come in and check them if they would like. We're also going to give them a burrow, maybe 2 if we put in the meerkats, honestly. Because they like to be able to hide. But they didn't want too terribly much. They are grassland, right? The aardvark is a medium-sized insectivore that lives throughout sub-Saharan Africa. They have a pink-gray skin with sparse, coarse hair, large, slender ears, and an elongated head that ends in a pig-like snout. Males are slightly larger than females, but both sexes are generally between 42 and 52 inches long, have a tail between 24 and 28 inches, and weigh between 88 and 143 pounds. The aardvark is not endangered, but it is vulnerable in certain areas. They need a large foraging range in the wild to allow them to acquire enough food, so they are affected by land use and by land use change and the expansion of farmland in urban areas. Sometimes they are killed by farmers who want to prevent them from digging up their land. They also are affected by pesticides that kill the insects that they feed on. They are protected in national parks and nature reserves. Yeah, so they are grassland and tropical. And we can have up to 2 in the group, 1 male and 1 female. And by maturation rules, that their mature offspring will be tolerated in the group, but they are shy. And yeah, but yeah, they do like to be with meerkats, so we'll probably put them in as well. But they are grassland animals. Let's see what we can give them for some trees and kind of scrubbiness. I think we'll kind of build up the terrain a little bit here, maybe. I'll smooth it around. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just put some rocks there. Too big. Still kind of big. There you go. This one I love to have the random rotation on for rocks. Oh, game changer. There we go. That burrow's a little hidden now. I'll hide this one too. Let's get a little bit of a bigger rock. There we go. Yeah. Oh, that rock is straight up hovering. Okay, hold on. There we are. The others look fine to me. Maybe this one down a little bit. There we go. And then I like to kind of take the terrain paint and we're going to turn it down just a little bit, but kind of imagine where they would walk. So I picture them going here. That's kind of their higher traffic areas. And then I think they do like the shorter grass. Nothing can sneak up on them. Maybe do some darker soil. No, yeah. A little smaller. Yeah. Okay, maybe a little more than that. Yeah. Well, let's get them some trees. No daffodils. Fig. Hawthorn bush looks nice and scrubby to me. Hide their burrows. What are you thinking, Angelo? We hide in some stuff? Oh, that's a good scrubby tree. Very nice. Yeah. Maybe put one of those outside too. Kind of blend things in the area. Oat grass. Yeah. A quiver tree, very nice. A sausage tree, also good and scrubby. Yeah, this is where we're going. Poppies are nice. And maybe a nice acacia tree for a little bit more cover. And what we may have to adapt when they come in, as they might not like this much cover. But we shall see. Let's get them some food and water. I think we can add this to the group. Can I put this here? No, I can't put it inside. Fine. That's fine. We'll put it right here. And they can have their water. Let's also get them a food bowl. And try to entice them to come up. But also hide that from the guests a little bit. Let me smooth it. Let's maybe get another one of these bushes. There we go. Be like, why? Maybe some more rocks, honestly. There we go. Yeah. It's a pretty respectable exhibit. We'll have to see how they're doing. We have a 2-year-old aardvark from a breeding program. We'll take her. And we have... Do we have any younger males? No, just the older one. We'll get him too, though. And they're gonna come here. And let's see if we can find some meerkats as well. 6, 4... And we'll look into them in a second. This one speaks to me. We're gonna move all of them into this one. And we're gonna get them some enrichment though. They can have a foraging box. I don't know if I want to do that. Let's give them this nice little rubbing pad on the side of their tree. And, oh, a termite mound, of course. There we go. Let's see what we can find for meerkats. LM meerkats. They also want the termite mound and a bamboo feeder. A little tunnel is fun. They can have that. Okay. I don't think I have staff to move them. Let's hire some staff, a couple caretakers, a couple keepers, mechanic, security, veterinarian. Okay. And then let's get some stuff outside for some education for the guests. I think if I put it over here, it's still within power range. Okay. Well, welcome everybody. Let's get a work area set up, but let's start moving things in, and I think we'll have our first guests coming in a few minutes, which is exciting. I've never built a big entrance like this before, but let's get the animals, everybody. I should have dropped them easier, closer. That would have been better. Staff's running. Run, 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 run. Come drop the animals in. Meet the new aardvarks. Yay! Boom, another safe animal delivery. Yay! Hi, everybody. How do you like your space? Oh, too much plant coverage. This happens for me a lot. I like the plants. Oh, we got a serious injury on a meerkat? No, on an aardvark. You're excited. Yeah, too many plants. What if we take out... Let's see. Do you agree too many plants? You have moderate welfare issues because there's too many plants. Fine. We'll remove some plants. But don't come crying to me when there's not enough, when you're feeling shy. Still too many plants? Oh, and they just don't want the acacia tree. Fine. I'll just get rid of all the poppies. I liked these. I liked the trees too. Oh, the sausage tree could go. See, I decorate it so nice and then they don't like it. And then it's gonna go. I'll get rid of some of the trees. Okay, like this one. Will you tolerate that? Yes. Will you tolerate that? You don't like the terrain. What's the matter with your terrain? There's only 2 animals. How do you think the tickets are underpriced? Okay, so they want more sand and less short grass. Fine. We'll spread in some sand. Let's It's nothing off my back. Oh, you don't like the soil either. Rude. You just want a sandy pit. I see how it is. And there's our first guess. Where even is there sand still? Or where's there dirt still? Sorry. Oh no, you want more soil. Sorry. There you go. All right. Welcome, guests. You want some places to give me money? There you go. You don't like these? They're covered. They looked good there. You know, I don't think I care. I thought it was cool that you could see everything. Oh, there's lots of guests coming in. Why are there so many guests coming in? Why are these guys stuck? That was weird. No power. Everything else in this area has power. Why don't you have power? We'll deal with that later. Terrain is inappropriate. You want more long grass, more short grass, and less sand. Well, the meerkats were winning out on that. We're gonna have to compromise, everybody. Oh, not there. Alright, now we have happy meerkats. Or now we have... They just want more soil. So they can deal with having less sand, but they want a little more soil. All right, that's the bottom for them. And then they want just a little bit more long grass. All right. Is everybody happy? Are you happy? No, you don't have enough soil. Haha. Everybody will chill. It's perfect. Are guests happy? Looks like it. They're using all the facilities I made for them. It's a little crowded, but we only have one exhibit right now. So, it means that we should probably go on to the attics. Yeah. Works for me. I think we'll let the attics have this little like paddock area right here. Maybe. Why are you guys running? Having a great time. The facility buildings are ruining your experience. I thought it was fun to see the facility buildings. Maybe I'll move them. But I did think they were fun. And very conveniently located. I usually put them farther out, but I thought it was fun there. All right, so next we're going to have the addax, who can have a bunch of friends: the camel, the Somali wild ass, the ostrich, the Dama gazelle, all good animals. Um, African buffalo is also coming up soon, and they also have a lot of friends. So we love the savanna biomes where everybody's having a great time. I don't know if I want to put all of these together. I might just pick one. But the addax, or Addax nomaculatus, is a species of antelope that lives in remote areas of the Sahara Desert. Having historically lived throughout North Africa, they are now only found in areas in Niger and Chad. Yeah, Niger and Chad. The addax is a cream, white, or sandy in color, with brown markings around the face and muzzle. Both sexes have dark, twisted horns, which is why they are sometimes called the screwhorn antelope. Addaxes can achieve a body length of 3.9 to 4.3 feet. Males are usually taller and heavier than females, standing 3.4 to 3.7 feet tall at the shoulder and weighing 220 to 298 pounds. Their horns are also generally longer and thicker, with a length of 27 to 33 inches. Female addaxes are 3.1 to 3.6 feet tall and weigh between 132 and 198 pounds and have 22 to 31-inch long horns. As a critically endangered species, it is estimated that fewer than 100 addaxes survive in the wild. The addax has been driven close to extinction by overhunting and is a large, slow-moving species, which makes it easy to hunt as a source of food or for its valuable leather. Parts of its present range are located close to an oil site, meaning its habitat is being further degraded. Conservation efforts focus on extensive breeding programs that reintroduce and monitor new addax herds in order to increase their numbers in the wild and decrease poaching and roadkill fatalities. It's a very small range. And we can have one male and 24 females. And any offspring will come. Oh, those facilities are going to keep driving me nuts, aren't they? We can increase the price if you want me to. If I put it up that much, you're going to complain. Fine. But we're doing well. Off to a nice little start. Maybe we should do a larger ADX exhibit up on top of the hill instead of this little area. It'll give us more room for friends. I'm going to have to move those facilities, I think, anyway. So let's go with the paths again. Let's see it. I'm going to get really mad at these paths. This is going to be ugly. Malformed path part. Let's go down. I'm not controlling this anymore. That's fine. Obstructed. Okay, what if we smooth this down? Okay, what if we flatten it out right there? Of course it's intersecting the terrain. You won't let me not let it intersect the terrain. Okay. That's weird. Oh, Meerkat's gonna have the babies. Oh, it's going in a hole. It made its own burrow. That's interesting. And it's coming back up. Are you coming back up with baby? Where's your baby? There it is. Two babies. The meerkats in my franchise zoo are breeding way too much. 3 babies. Wow, that no wonder. No wonder that got out of control really fast. 3 meerkat babies right there. All right, how are you doing? Everybody's fine. It's not what I wanted. You get a good view. This zoo could do with expanding a little. I'm sorry. It's a brand new zoo. And I'm trying to expand a little. It's complicated. Let's get some more big trees to hide behind the exhibit. Try to hide that staircase a little bit more. And the aardvarks are also going to expect baby or babies. What happened to your little arm? Are you okay? There you go. Okay, what's my range for power? It ends right there. That's what I thought. So we're gonna need to put something around to get some more power. Can do some wind turbine. Solar panel's really small. Our transformer's really big, but it's ugly. Okay. We will hook into a transformer up here somewhere. We need to smooth this area out. Maybe actually just straight up flatten this area out. This is going to be our access point for a large exhibit. We'll be right up here. Can I not get this on the ground? Fine. I really want to get better at this game, but sometimes it's just like... I like building. I think it has actually really good building tools. I enjoy them, but some of the things with the paths in particular are pain points. That staff path isn't going to hate me again. Okay. We'll smooth out this. There we go. This might just have to be a bit of a hole, and that's okay. And then we'll have a viewing area up here. I think I'm gonna want, not the grid, but I am gonna want some railing on ground path. Oh, let's get this wider. At least an 8. There we go. Okay. Why are you coming up here? There's nothing up here. There's nothing here for you. It's not interesting. get some more trees to hide the staircase. That's ugly. And some more bushes to also hide the ugly staircase and the path. And I think I'm gonna have to move those facilities over because they don't like seeing them. That's okay. But what are the facilities are over there? They're the keeper hut, I think. We need a bigger one anyway. Yeah. Let's just get a large keeper hut over here. And then it's the workshop. Yeah, so that's the keeper hut, the workshop, the trade center, and the research center. Let's get an African workshop. Trade center. Fine. Research center. Might move you actually too. So that's trade center, research center, keeper hut. Actually, I think I can fit the workshop. We'll fit all of them there and take these out. So that's research center. Do we have another one? Research. That's the trade. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll just get rid of these. That has power now, which was weird. So I think we're gonna... I could just make these flat walls and then put more food stalls in, maybe better food stalls. I'll take this one out and swap the sides. It says Cosmic Cow Ice Cream. You're not fired, I promise. Why? Okay, we'll deal with you in a minute. Let's delete the awnings. And we're just gonna put in some food stalls there, I think, instead. Let's get another one of these. Okay, what facilities would we like in here? Let's get some guest facilities. Abstracted. Why are you obstructed? Is it the paths? No, the aardvarks are about to have babies. And you went in your little shelter. That's nice. That's a nice place to have your baby. You're gonna leave. Yeah, come in here on the hay and have your baby. You wanted some privacy. I getcha. I'm so excited for the new animal brain in Planet Zoo 2. You're gonna take your time. I see. You're gonna go into the other burrow? I wanted to see your baby.